Hey guys, welcome back to class. This is remote learning for Thursday, 9/24. So first I want to say you guys did great on this last test. So if you haven't already, give yourself a pat on the back. Way to go. So yesterday we started our new unit. Our new unit is Southern and Eastern Africa. So we watched our videos yesterday talking a little bit about the area, a little bit about the history and about the geography. So just like we did in the first chapter over Western and Central, we talked about the map and geography. So we're going to do the same thing today. So on Canvas, if you go to modules, there will be something called Southern and Eastern Africa map. So what it says to do is open up an image. This image is our map of Southern and Eastern Africa. There will then be a file. Open that file and it will have directions on what you need to label. So we're going to label and color our map and then add that map to our ISN. So we haven't used our ISN in a little bit because we've been doing notes outside of it, but this is going to be the first edition that we have had in it for a while. So I want you to make sure that you go back through and check and make sure you have every single thing needed for your ISN, because end of this week I am going to check it. So if you haven't already, make sure that you shared it with uh, S. Miller at EACS or W. Morgan at EACS. So I will make sure that those two emails are linked in the announcement for today so that you know what you need to, who you need to share your ISN with. If you haven't started your ISN, what you can do is you can go to modules. There is a whole section just on what to put in your ISN. So if you can't remember the correct order, I will have that up there for you. And then I will have what you need to have in each one. So this, like I said, our first check on the ISN. Don't stress about this too much. I just want to make sure that you guys are getting the correct notes and doing everything correctly. If you haven't formatted something correctly, I will help you with that. I will try and take care of everyone and make sure that we all are on the correct page, on the same page when it comes to what our interactive student notebook should look like. Okay, so with all that being said, let's take a closer look at today's assignment. Real quick, I just thought of something that I really need to remind you guys about. So our mass project is due tomorrow, due 9/25, which I've been saying for a couple of weeks now. 9/25 is tomorrow. It really crept up on us. So if you haven't started it, that's fine. You have all of today and tomorrow to make sure you get it done. So what we have on, if we go to modules at the top of West and Central Africa, is a new assignment that I just put up there. So it says Mass Project Written Component Submission. If you click on it, it says submit your completed mask and written component here, and that has instructions for the written component. So if you forgot what you need to put, you need to have 3 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. So paragraph 1 is about the history of tribal masks. So I need to know where they came from, so what parts of Africa used them, about what times. I want you to find an example of a tribe or a kingdom that used these tribal African masks. And then I want to know what they were made from. Were they made from wood, stone, bone, clay, something else? I want you to find out how they made these masks, what they made them out of, and then type it into 6 to 8 sentences for paragraph 1. Paragraph 2 is going to be how they were used. So were they used in a ceremony, a ritual, festivals? Were they used for decoration, war? Tell me what some of the uses were. So I want to know, were they used to call out to certain gods or just in hopes of a good harvest, funerals, anything. So I want you to find out what the masks mean and why do they wear them and how do they use them. So the third paragraph, this one is a little bit more open. This is about your mask. So every mask has some sort of purpose. I want to know a purpose for your mask. So your mask needs to be something along the lines of like a hunting mask, funeral mask, a harvest mask. What is your mask purpose? What would your mask be worn for? So you need to type out in 6 to 8 sentences, because that is how long each paragraph is supposed to be, 6 to 8 sentences, not 5, not 9, 6 to 8. 7 would work because 7 is between 6 and 8. So paragraph 3, your mask inspiration. You need to create a purpose for your mask. What purpose does your mask serve? And then I want to know, why did you design the mask the way you did? So for you guys, I am going to post another link just for remote learners that is going to have a file upload. So what you need to do is take a video or a picture of your mask. If you want to do a video, you can. If you just want to take a couple of pictures so I can see a couple of different angles, get the full idea of what your mask looks like, that would be great. So I need you to, one, make sure that you get the written component submitted by 9:25. 3:30 is the due date. And I need you to make sure that you have your mask done, take the pictures and the video, and post it where I'm going to do that. So it'll say mask project written component submission. Underneath that, it will say mass project submission for remote learners. And you're going to post your pictures there. Okay, so if you didn't do the assignment yesterday, reminder that it is the Nelson Mandela Biography 1. Okay, now for realsies, on to today's assignment. Okie dokie artichokes, here we go, today's assignment. So we are on Southern and Eastern Africa map. So if you go to modules, it'll be the second thing. The first thing we did was what we did yesterday, which was Nelson Mandela Biography 1. We're going to talk about him more in depth. So today, or yesterday, was just a brief overview and a brief look at his life. We're going to talk a lot more about him later. So today we are doing the Southern and Eastern African map. So if we open, okay, here we go. If we open this up, we can see, says, time to be like Dora and get the map. Use this map, and it has an image there. Use this map to complete the assignment. If you don't want to use this map, what you can do is you can go to Google. You can type in Africa, and in the top right, it will have an image of a map. If you click on that, it'll open up Google Earth or Google Maps, and you can use that to zoom in on certain parts, because we have some small countries and some very large countries. If you do that, you can zoom in on parts. You can see the names of countries, and you can see the names of the geographic features that we need. So we are going to use either Google Earth or the image that I posted to complete this assignment. If we open up the PDF, it has a outline, a blank coloring book of Africa for us. So it says, using the map found on Canvas, which we just talked about, complete the map of the countries of West and Central Africa. It should say South and Eastern Africa. I used the same map last time and I forgot to change that part. Don't worry, I will try and have it ready for you tomorrow. So we are going to, number one, color and label these countries. So since we are doing this on our iPads, I am perfectly fine if you label and outline the country or color in a little bit of the country. I don't need all of the country colored in. It does not need to be perfect. This is not art class. This is social studies. So we have a list of countries. These are the countries of Southern and Eastern Africa. If we go down to number 2, so once you have colored and labeled all of these countries, number 2 says add a compass rose. So if you go back to when we were talking about parts of the map, a compass rose is the diagram that shows the cardinal directions, or never eat sour wheat, or as it is technically known, north, east, south, and west. So we need to add a compass rose, label the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean, because this area is touching 2 different oceans, 1, 2. So What we need to do after that, once we have added our compass rose, labeled our two, or dos in Spanish, oceans, we need to draw and label these geographic features. So with blue, make sure that we use blue for this because they're all bodies of water. We need to color the Nile River, the Gulf of Aden, and Lake Victoria. Once you've done those three things, plus your two oceans and your, I don't know how many countries there are, 1, 2, 3, a lot of countries. Once you do all of that, what you can do is you can save it and you can add it to your ISN. So once you have done that, you are done for the day. I'm going to post a Quizlet which will have all of these countries in flashcard form and our geographic features, because now our map quizzes are going to include our geographic features. So the first one did not include the oceans or Lake Chad. This one will. So we are going to finish this assignment. We are going to color and label the countries, add our compass rose, our oceans, our geographic features, and then with our extra time, we need to go over the Quizlet. If you have done all of that, awesome. Have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.